Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way,
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cameron for those who are new, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today is going to be a story time of how I came out as gay to my family. I wanted to share this journey with you all and just tell you my experiences and how long it has come for me to come out, and kind of the seeds I planted with my family to kind of like give them hints on me being gay. So I wanted to start off by saying I want this video to encourage and to inspire other people out there who are struggling to come out as gay to their family, because this is something that is extremely difficult, and it took me like 10 years or more to come out. And I honestly believe that for those who are gay, I feel like you're born gay. I knew I was gay when I was a very little kid, like a very little boy. I always knew I was gay. I just never found women sexually attractive. I just never, they could be beautiful, pretty. I just never like got turned on by women. So before the video starts, make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my social media in the link down below and in the description box, because I do post a lot more on my other platforms. So yeah, but I am sipping on some wine, y'all. I am gonna be doing like a sip and smoke. I have a hookah pen here, and I'm drinking some Barefoot Sweet Red Blend California, and this is smooth and sweet. Y'all don't mind my little wine glass. I need to buy some wine glasses. They all cracked, so yeah. So this started off in high school. So for those who don't know, I am from Chicago. I moved to Austin, Texas in 2014. Me and my mom moved together to a whole new city, brand new start. We went through a lot of stuff in Chicago, so that was a good break for us. So freshman year, all of my high school years, I was not out. I may look gay, act gay, but I never really confirmed it at all to anyone. I was bullied previously. Pretty much all my middle school life, I was bullied because people thought I was gay, and people were calling me faggot and fag, and you know, just being bullied. It's just not a good feeling at all. You know, I did become suicidal because of that. So yeah, I had some trauma with it. But I want to say it was sophomore year. I told my mom, like, you know, I wanted to go to Ulta to buy some stuff, and you know, it was a struggle even buying concealer. Like, I wanted to try to use concealer. I had made up a lie and said I want to use it to cover up kind of some of my like dark circles under my eyes. But I think my mom knew at the time, like, Cameron, like, I know you're gay. But she just never asked me if I was or not, because I will automatically get defensive. Like, when anytime my family or anyone would ask me if I'm gay, I would get defensive because I was afraid of the actual reaction that they would get from it. And I'm a very anxious person, so yeah, that's kind of what happened. It was one day I told my mom that I was like, you know, Mom, I want to speak to you about something. And I had told her, like, I think I'm bisexual. Like, I just had this urge to just tell her. I wanted to start off with me being bisexual first, because I wanted to see her reaction with that, because that kind of gives her both sides. Like, okay, well, he may not be gay, he may still like women. You know, I kind of wanted to plant that seed first to see how she would actually react. So that went by, you know, it took her some time to process it. But, hold on, y'all, let me take a sip. But after that, I still wasn't really out because I didn't feel comfortable really like being my true self. And I want to say this to those who are in high school. Please do not waste your high school years in the closet because you're afraid. I regret not coming out in high school because I feel like I would have had a much better experience in high school. I would have made a lot more friends because I would have been myself. And I was just putting up this shield of like a defense shield that anytime someone would say something, like I would just react, I would just be defensive. And I don't want y'all to waste that moment because you only go through high school once. And high school, I want to say, is one of your best and funnest years because that's a time of you discovering yourself. And I don't want y'all to experience what I experienced because I wish I could go back in time. So I want to say the older I got, I became more feminine and I just started to kind of be more myself. So okay, so after I finished high school, me and my mom moved to Houston, Texas because I was gonna go to Texas Southern University for college. And they had a certain program there for me that no other school had in the state of Texas, so I just went there. In 2018 is when I moved. I was on dating apps, so I was on Grindr. And for those who know who Grindr is, it is a like gay dating app that's mostly used for hookups, mostly. But occasionally you can find people on there like who really looking to date or are like genuine friends. I remember one day I was talking to a guy that we've been texting back and forth, and you know, he wanted to meet all the time. And at the time, you know, I'm the only child, so like I kind of had to tell my mom where I'm going anywhere I am because, you know, she would, you know, I'm the only child, so she wants to know where I'm going. And I wasn't grown yet. It was me becoming 18, but my birthday was in June. I graduated in May, so I wasn't really grown yet. I was talking to a guy and I went on a date with him and I was really feeling him. And I was like, how am I gonna live my life in this secret, lying to my mom about where I'm going, who I'm with, because that's gonna create a lot of tension between me and her. And me and my mom are very close. Me and her are like this. And I didn't want to ruin anything with her. So I was driving home and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna tell my mom I'm gay and just see what happens. And I was so scared, y'all. Like when I tell you, I was driving in slow motion. I was going like 10 miles per hour because I was scared because I knew when I get home the time was coming. So I told my mom, I was like, you know, Mom, let me talk to you for a minute. I felt like she knew where I was gonna go with it because I never really told her like, hey Mom, let me speak to you about something really important. That's never been me because she knows a lot about my life. So I was like, you know, Mom, I want to tell you something and I want to let you know that I think I like boys and boys only. And y'all, she had some wine with her, so she had to pour a glass of wine because she had to process this. And surprisingly, she didn't have the reaction I thought she would. She was really calm. We had a long conversation about everything. And she understood and she told me that she knew all along. And I was like, Mama, why didn't you tell me you knew all along? Like, you know, if you would have told me that years ago, I would have felt more comfortable coming out to you. And when I tell you, I felt the biggest relief off my shoulders. Like I felt like a dark cloud was lifted off of me. And that is the best feeling I've ever felt. And I highly encourage you all to experience that feeling because I'm telling you, you are going to feel 1,000 times better. I'm telling you. But long story short, me and the dude I was talking to didn't even work out. He was a player. Was not surprising. Gay or not gay, these dudes be playing. So, but honestly, I'm still grateful for talking to him because if I wasn't talking to him, I probably would have postponed me coming out. And I'm just glad that whole experience happened. Now, my mom was the only one that knew about me being gay. So from 2018 all the way until a year ago is when the rest of my family knew. So my mom kept that secret for me from 2018 until 2021. And, you know, I didn't tell her to lie to people about it. I didn't tell her to lie to other family members about it. I just told her like, look, if they ask you, you can tell them, but I'm not ready to go out my way and really confess like I'm gay to the rest of my family, because I grew up in a black family. So typically, like, how I think of it, so don't come for me, y'all, but this is how I think about it. When you grow up in black families, they kind of typically expect you to be a certain way. They want you to be a certain person, like, you know, do boy stuff, play basketball, boyish stuff, buy boyish clothes, to only buy boyish colors and not wear floral stuff, pink stuff. So I was still in Houston. My grandmother was having a party in Chicago for her birthday, and she invited all the family over. My mom ended up telling my aunt a couple months prior that I was gay privately, and my aunt was super accepting about it. Yeah, so my mom knew first for a while, and then my aunt knew. And then I did tell my cousin Joseph I was gay, but I'm really close with him, so I knew, like, and he knew all along too, but he didn't make me feel any kind of way about it. Like, I still felt very comfortable with everything. So y'all, so my grandma invited all my family over. I wasn't in there, so I was still in Houston, but my grandma still had the party at her house. She typically does it every year. My aunt, my family, they do drink a little bit, so my aunt ended up spilling tea. She ended up telling everyone who was there that I was gay without my consent. And I was so furious at the time, because I felt like, let me come out when I want to come out. Don't force me to come out when I'm not ready to. I was still battling with it. I was going to therapy, trying to still adjust being gay and being comfortable, because being gay is it's a hard thing to live with in life, because not a lot of people are accepting in the LGBT community. So I was furious. I was just really upset. My grandma was freaking out. She was like, why am I the only one who didn't know, etc., etc. But she just didn't understand that because she's not gay, she doesn't understand the feeling that I have and the pressure I have. Yeah, that's the whole time. That's when my whole family knew. I do have family in Mississippi as well, and it spread to them. I never confirmed with any of my family that I was gay. The only person I confirmed with was my mom, and it definitely hurt me. I want to say once that happened, I instantly kind of felt better. After I calmed down a bit, after a few days, I felt much better about being gay, and I felt like another dark cloud was lifted off my shoulders, because I don't have to lie anymore. I don't have to hide anymore. I don't have to pretend to be somebody I'm not. And I just felt good. Then after that, a couple years, since 2021, I evolved in a space I didn't think I would evolve in. I became a bit more feminine. I became just more who I truly wanted to be. And I started dating more, and the more I dated, and the more I let my mom into my life, things became a lot better, because prior to me coming out, I would hide a lot of stuff. Like, I would only hang out with girls in high school, never had any guy friends. And in high school, it's a bit tricky, because when you're gay in high school, boys think that you want them, but it's like, boy, ain't nobody want you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought about it. And so I just evolved. I started getting into makeup. I started wearing more feminine clothes a bit. I just started being more authentic. And I want to say that's the reason why I wasn't as consistent on YouTube, was because I was afraid of the comments, and I was afraid of how people would respond to me. Because to this day, when I upload like YouTube shorts, whatever, I get 1,001 gay comments. 1,001. But I built that tough skin now that, like, I don't even care. Like, I'm gay, and what about it? Like, like, I don't even care. Like, I'm gay. Yes, I'm gay. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid. And I don't want you all to be afraid or ashamed either. Accept who you are and love yourself. It took me a while to love myself. I highly encourage you all to go to therapy for those who are thinking about it. I'm in therapy. I went to therapy about it. I went to therapy about coming out to my family and ended up coming out anyway. But I just, I evolved in a space I didn't think I would be in. I mean, like I started getting into nails. I'm wearing nails now. I'm wearing mascara. I get my eyebrows done. I buy makeup. I have some girl clothes I buy from Shein that fit me because my body is really petite. So like I'm not afraid. Like y'all, be who you want to be and don't be afraid to be who you are. Life is too short to hide. I wasted like 10 to 15 years of not being myself, and I would have been in a completely different mind space if I would have did it back then. But I just wanted this video to really encourage you all to just be who you want to be. Don't be afraid and come out to your family. Come out to your loved ones, because life is very short and you only have a limited time on this earth. I want to say that since I came out to my mom, me and her became a lot closer because we both go to Sephora. Like we both like very similar things, and I became more open with my mom. And to this day, I'm still starting to become more open with the rest of my family. I am gonna move to Chicago next month with my boyfriend. I do have a boyfriend. I've been dating him for about a year and like 6 months now. So we'll be going on 2 years in March, around that time of next year. So it went to be more open with my family, and that's why I'm gonna move out there. I don't have any family in Houston right now. It's just me and my boyfriend. He's the only support system I have right now in Houston. So I'm gonna make that move back home to Chicago with him. I want my family to be more involved in my life, and I want them to see really who I am. Because my mom is the only person that I am most comfortable with being myself. She doesn't judge me. She doesn't say anything about me being gay. We make jokes sometimes about being gay and me being feminine or whatever, but we laugh about it. And that's the kind of relationship that me and her have. So yeah, we grew a lot closer, and I'm just so appreciative of it. But yeah, y'all, that was my time. That was my story time of me coming out to my family all over a dude that I don't even talk to anymore. But nonetheless, I won't regret it. I don't regret talking to him, because I probably would have came out a completely different way. Or probably not even then. I probably would have waited a whole extra year because of my nerves. But yeah, so if y'all have any questions or you want another video about, the LGBT plus, anything y'all want, leave a comment, like this video, make sure y'all subscribe, because I'm gonna have a lot more content coming out regarding that. So, but yeah, y'all be yourselves. Don't be afraid. I'm gonna be here supporting you all who are struggling with it. So if I can do it, I know you can do it too. With that said, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my other social medias in the description box. And I shall see you all in my next video. So, bye guys.